All right. So we're looking at progesterone, and this is the hormone that decides what happens after ovulation. Progesterone, a very important hormone. After ovulation, everything that happens is determined by this guy. You don't want to play with that guy, progesterone. Right? And tell me who has not heard about progesterone? Who has not heard about progesterone? Right? This is the hormone that most people have heard about. Right? But unfortunately, those that are trying to conceive hear about it last. They have to be the last thing they get to tell them. Why? Because when fertility is discussed, the attention usually goes to ovulation. Right? The attention goes to egg quality and sperm health. These are the things that are the front burner of fertility discussion. Right? But there's a critical question that many overlook. And that question is, what happens after ovulation? You are ovulating every month. So after that ovulation, what happens? No, it's not menstruation. There's a period between ovulation and menstruation. Right? So what happens after that? And that's a critical question. Because conception does not end with egg being released. That's not the end of conception. No. In fact, that is where the real test begins. That's where the real test begins. And at the center of this discussion, of all this, is the progesterone. You don't need a synthesized one. You already have it in you. So first understand what the one inside of you is doing before we now talk about the other one that can help where there's a problem. Is that okay? What do you say? Please, can I get pregnant day before ovulation or ovulation day? Who has that question? Obapa. Ask me again when I'm done. I will answer you. First, let us know what is progesterone in the simplest possible term. I like making things very simple. By the way, I'm not talking to professionals, so I'm talking to a global audience that may not have even heard anything about it. So I want to be able to give you that information in the simplest possible term, so that you'll be able to understand, right? So, what is progesterone in the simplest possible term? Because real healing no dey shine, it dey save life quietly. I don't understand your question, Adeshawa. So progesterone is the hormone that prepares the uterus for pregnancy and also helps to sustain the pregnancy. That's what progesterone is. It helps the uterus to prepare for pregnancy, and when pregnancy happens, it is the hormone that sustains the pregnancy. It's more like a midwife. It's a hormonal midwife. This is produced after ovulation, right? By what some of you must have heard, but if you don't hear it today. The progesterone is produced by a structure they call corpus luteum, right? Now, let me explain what that is. Now, if you have been here, you already know what happens in the ovaries, right? When the eggs start developing, from the beginning of your cycle, one of them becomes dominant and eventually become mature. It is that mature one that ruptures and releases a mature egg. Now, what is left after the egg has gone as cells? So what they do, they gather themselves and form what we call corpus luteum, right? So that is how corpus luteum is formed. So that one will remain in the in the ovary while the egg continues its journey into the fallopian tube, right? And that corpus luteum is responsible for producing hormones, right, that will support the pregnancy, right? Now, if pregnancy happens, the lifespan of that corpus luteum continues. If pregnancy does not happen, it degenerates and disappears, right? So one of those hormones that corpus luteum will produce is the progesterone. So that's what happens to the remnant after ovulation. Is that clear? If you are just joining, you're welcome. Make sure you are following me. If you have a question, hold on with your question. I'm going to answer you. Right? But tap on your screen, share the live. And follow me. If you don't follow me, one day we will look for a way for only followers to join the live stream. So what is the role? What is the role of progesterone when it comes to fertility? Good evening, Joyce. What is the role of progesterone in fertility? I want you to think of progesterone as the hormones that turns your possibility into stability, right? It turns your possibility into stability. You have been trying to conceive. You have been doing everything you know to do to become pregnant. That is possibility. Now it has happened. We need to stay there, to remain there. Right? And the go-to guy for that job is the progesterone. Right? Is the progesterone. Without the progesterone, fertilization, even though it occurs, right, pregnancy may not continue. So yes, you may have fertilization can happen, yes, but will pregnancy continue without progesterone? Sorry, it won't. Sorry, it won't. It won't. So let's look at quickly. If you're still here, talk to me in the comment section. Just type, I'm here. Let me know you are there, right? As we begin to talk about the key functions of progesterone. You've heard about that hormone. It's right inside of you. What does it do? Who is here? Adeshewa is here. Tilas is here. Kathy is here. The key functions of progesterone. Choco Leo, you're welcome. Right? The key functions of progesterone. Number one, right? Number one. Just in case you're writing, you can write number one. But if you're not writing, don't worry. You can always get it in the YouTube. Go to my YouTube channel. There's too much information there. And I tell you, you're trying to conceive, you watch those videos over and over and over and over. We will see how you know carry belly this year. Yeah, but seriously, you will. Key function of progesterone, number one, is It prepares the uterine lining, right? The uterine lining, it prepares it. It prepares the uterine lining. Progesterone transforms the uterine lining, right, into soft, nutrient-rich environment. It's just like a garden. If you want to plant seed, what do? You plow it, right? You plow it to make it soft, tender, and of course, digging up the nutrients for your seed to survive. The same thing progesterone does to the uterus. The same thing. It prepares and transforms that uterine lining into soft, nutrient-rich environment. Oh boy. See what all these babies enjoy? Because that is where the embryo will attach itself, where that nourishment is, right? So that is the first thing. If you are here, just type 1. Let me be sure you actually heard what I said. 1. If you are just coming, don't type anything. You did not hear anything. So that's the first thing. 1. Let's go to number 2. Number 2, progesterone supports implantation. Supports implantation. Remember, it's not enough for the embryo to attach to the wall. It needs to implant. It needs to dig. Right? Pregnancy does not just come to the center of your uterus and start developing. No, it digs like a seed into the wall of your uterus. Right? It does. Progesterone makes the uterus receptive, because if it is not receptive, pregnancy will not happen. Right? They call it uterine receptivity. And such is the case of some people where their uterus, everything checks out fine. Even in IVF, everything checks out fine. But unfortunately, it cannot implant because the uterus is not receptive. Right? It's like planting a seed on a hard ground. Right? Of course, the seed will not survive. So what progesterone does, it prepares the uterine wall to receive the embryo for implantation. You want to call it the door opener of embryo, right? The door opener. Because that's his job. It clears the way. Open the door for embryo to come. Right? That's number 2. If you understood what I just said, type 2. Let me be sure you are hearing me. I want to be sure you are there. If you are seeing me for the first time, follow me, tap on your screen, share the live. And if you want to learn more, go to my YouTube channel, Dr. Godwin EMB. The same information is always on the YouTube channel. Thank you very much, Tulas, for the gifts. Your twins is already confirmed. It's already confirmed. You don't have rival in this matter. Chrissy Labelle, this one, there's no rivalry. Tulas twins is confirmed, right? So, can you say what about me? All right. So number 3 key function of progesterone. It maintains early pregnancy. It maintains early pregnancy. Why? Because progesterone prevents the uterus from contracting and shedding light. Now, this is what happens. First of all, that's your uterus. That uterus, very powerful and beautiful organ, is in a constant, gentle contraction like this, right? At the time of menstruation, the contraction hardens, right? As part of its way to squeeze out the blood. Of course, the reason why people feel pain at various degrees because of how hard it squeezes and stuff. So the blood coming out is not really the cause of the pain. It's just the pain that comes with the contraction. Of course, some of you would take some things and all that. Anyway, I'm not ready for those people who are not trying to conceive. When I'm ready for you, I'll tell you some things that can help you. Especially those ones that used to roll on the floor as if all heavens want to let loose, right? So where was I? So the uterus is in a constant, gentle contractions like this. It's a normal thing. It's part of its job, right? Now, it will become stronger at the time of menstruation, and also may become stronger when implantation takes place, because implantation is like an irritation, and anything that irritates the uterus, the contraction becomes stronger to protect itself from danger, right? That is nature at work. That's nature at work. The baby is stronger to protect itself. So that is exactly what happened in some people's case, where maybe you became pregnant and for some reason the uterus don't like or trust, or for some reason the pregnancy is not progressing. The contraction becomes harder and you feel that pain. Before you know, blood start coming out. Before you know, miscarry, right? It's a normal function. So now this is what happens when pregnancy happens, when implantation happens, right? The progesterone that is already present, it calms the wall of the uterus, the muscles of the uterus. It calm down. What just happened is a baby, so calm down. Don't squeeze it out. So the muscles just relax and we allow the baby to grow, right? Very important hormone I'm talking to you about. Very important. It does a lot. Besides that, remember the, what do you call it now? Remember the immune system also. When the embryo comes into the uterine cavity, the immune systems are triggered. They want to attack it. So who stands to mediate? It is progesterone. Say, hey guys, calm down. This is not enemy. This is baby. Calm down. But they are doing their job. So it comes as a mediator. Calm down. This is a baby. So allow the baby to grow. Right? So it instructs the immune system not to destroy the baby, the embryo. It also instructs the uterine muscles not to squeeze too much and squeeze out the baby. So those of you who experience maybe threatened abortion, miscarriages, and other kind of thing, it's because of that contraction. And for those who have endometritis, the pain still comes from the fact that due to irritation, inflammation, the contraction is so hard. So you feel all those. Information is too much for you, John. I tell you, you may have family or friend who ask you, where did you learn all these things from? They didn't teach me in school. Oh. Don't worry. Let them join the live stream. We'll teach them. What are they teaching in school anyway? Rubbish. Anyway, where was I? So if the progesterone does all these things, right, what happens when the progesterone is not enough? When the progesterone is not enough, what happens? Look at all the kind of thing it does, but now it's not enough. What happens? Because you see, even if everything before ovulation is perfect, right? If everything is perfect, like egg is released perfectly, sperm present, excellent sperm, precious sperm, right? Remember precious sperm? And even fertilization occurred just okay. Just okay. Without adequate progesterone, implantation may fail, or even pregnancy may not be sustained. So what does your doctor try to do when you may be having threatened abortion and stuff like that? What they try to do, pump you more progesterone. Go and help, go and help, go and help, go and help. They give you more of it to see how they can help. But I tell you, if the body has rejected it, there's no salvation for that pregnancy. You understand? And there are many reasons why the body will reject it. Number one, if the embryo quality is poor, remember the body has a quality assurance officer or system, right? Right? Quality assurance system that checks the embryo. Is this embryo good enough to produce a quality human being? Every one of us are quality human beings. Stop looking down on people, right? All of us are quality human beings. So if it does not pass quality control and quality assurance, the body will terminate it. That's one. Another reason why miscarriage and all those kind of things can happen is I talked about immune system. Another reason could be inability for the uterine wall to accept, that is poor receptivity. All these things are not things you test in the lab. You can only test hormones level and stuff like that. But how do you know that some of these things are happening? So it's better to expose you so that those of you that like praying, and instead of praying for your hormones to be adequate, you are praying against people in the village that are chopping your pregnancy. So this is what you'll be praying about, right? Adequate progesterone. Uterus is accepting all the babies, right? Exactly, Tulas. You will be, certainly. Right? So when you are praying, you pray for the right things. There's nobody after you. Right? All right, so that is what happens if progesterone is inadequate. That's what happens. Now, remember where progesterone works, right? That is the luteal phase. After ovulation, the cycle now enters luteal phase, and that is the domain of progesterone. That's luteal phase. And now this phase typically will last for 12 to 14 days. Right? Typically will last for 12 to 14 days. Very key. Now during this time, progesterone, during this luteal phase, progesterone progesterone levels must rise. Progesterone must stay stable, right? Anything that dwindles the progesterone threatens the pregnancy, if pregnancy occurs anyway, right? And progesterone must support the uterine lining. The whole purpose of the uterine lining is for implantation, and progesterone is the one that maintains it. So if progesterone is not adequate, the uterine lining will not be adequate for implantation. And what is pregnancy without implantation? right? But is it possible that luteal phase can be defective? Yes. Yes. You're in your luteal phase like this. Did you knock? At least if you knock, we are sure that fertilization for don't happen. So we are now waiting for implantation. So congratulations in advance. There is something we call okay, good. If there's anybody that supports knacking, it's me. So where was I? There's something like luteal phase defect. If you understood anything I've been saying, yes, luteal phase can be defective, and we call it LPD. And this condition is where the progesterone is insufficient. Thank you very much. Lady G, yes, so now waiting no good. If you have ovulated, of course, I've already done fertile window. So if you are not taking advantage of your fertile window, you're on your own. So after ovulation is luteal phase, and that's what we're talking about, right? So you just be warming up, waiting for the good news, hoping that progesterone will just be adequate, right? So that if fertilization takes place, implantation should continue from there. But again, that's not the point. The point is there is something called luteal phase defects, right? And now this is a condition where progesterone is insufficient. Why? Not be juju be that. This luteal phase defect can present as a short cycle. Take note, can present as a short cycle, right? It can present as spotting before menstruation. It can present as early pregnancy loss, right? It can present as early pregnancy loss, right? It can also present as difficulty in conceiving. You go test. All these things I just mentioned, apart from the short cycle, spotting before menstruation, how do you test let knowledge enter you so that we can solve your problem. Because a woman may ovulate regularly. A woman may have normal cycle, but still will struggle to conceive due to weak support from progesterone. See why they are testing for progesterone? Now you know. But just to help you, because we are dealing with people who are not medics, so just to help so that you have a mental knowledge of your state, right? Let's look at a few signs that progesterone may be low. Who's ready for that gist? Please share the live, because this information, there are some people roaming the streets of TikTok now, they need it. Signs that progesterone may be low, very important. If you did not hear anything today, you need to hear this one. I'll just give you 4 things. 4 things. Who's ready for this gist? 4 things. Few things. Signs that progesterone may be low. You've done everything that needed to be done. You suspected everything and everybody, including village people, right? But now let's suspect something. That possibility that progesterone may be low. Number one, spotting before period. Spotting before period. Which may also be implantation bleeding. Well, implantation bleeding means that there's pregnancy, right? But no, pregnancy did not happen. Spotting before period. Luteal phase is anywhere from what? 12 to 14 days. But luteal phase that is less than 10 days is a problem. Is a problem. It means the progesterone is low. For those who have recurrent early miscarriage, you've done everything, you ask all the questions. This may just be one of them. Recurrent early miscarriage. It may just be a pointer that. Thank you for the follow, Mommy P Square. Right? Hello, Zodwamas. You're welcome. Thank you for the follow. I'll follow you back as soon as possible. Right? So the first one I said, spotting before period. You're right. Short luteal phase that is less than 10 days. Right? Recurrent early miscarriage. You had an ectopic pregnancy? Really? Sorry about that. Then difficulty sustaining pregnancy. You they conceive, but the thing may stay. Right? They conceive, but you need to stay. So all these are signs that progesterone may be low. Because your doctor will test you. Right? That's why you need to see your doctor. Don't do it yourself at home. Don't do yourself at home. Don't do it yourself at home. Right? So all these signs are pointing at something, possibility that progesterone may be low. But the question is why? Why is it that progesterone levels may be low? Why? So who wants to answer the question, or who is ready for me to answer the question? Right? Why? Why? The first thing is poor ovulation quality. Right? If the follicle is weak, right? The corpus luteum that is formed from that ovulation will produce less progesterone. It will. That is the first thing. The second thing is hormonal imbalance. Because anything that disrupts the head ovary axis will disrupt the signal for the production of progesterone. Right? Yes, I did so. I did shower. Lifestyle is key. We've talked about all that, right? So if you don't handle your lifestyle, you're not finished. Right? Stress. And I'll keep on mentioning stress until you decide to rest. When are you going to rest? When I talked about it yesterday. When are you going to rest? Stress is a matter. Right? Stress is a matter. Why? Because when you are stressed, stress hormone goes up. Stress hormone goes up. And when stress hormone goes up, it suppresses reproductive hormones. You see why stress is not doing you any good? We are living in a day and time where everybody is hustling. So what of exercise? Exercise is not, moderate exercise is beneficial, but excessive exercise is not beneficial to you. Is that okay? Right? Stress. So when are you going to manage your stress? Anyway, manage your stress. Yesterday we talked about stress. Yesterday we talked about thyroid disorder, because thyroid imbalance affects progesterone indirectly. Right? And this notorious PCOS. I'm going to talk about PCOS maybe at the end of this week or next week. It's very notorious. Very notorious, and it's standing in the way of fertility of many people. But we'll talk about it. Then by the time you gain clarity, then we will now be ready for June or December. Because you said you must carry your own. No, I'm not going to talk about PCOS tonight. I will talk about it in details. Don't worry. Right? One thing at a time. Don't rush. Right? So, I haven't said all that. It is time to test. Go for evaluation. Right? Now, progesterone is usually tested about 7 days after ovulation, right? Your lab will direct you on that one. Is that okay? Right? So it's really not on a fixed day like day 21. It is day 21 unless your cycle is exactly 28 days. So that 28 days is the textbook date. So every other thing falls in. But it is usually 7 days after your ovulation. So when is your ovulation? Okay. Go to my YouTube channel. All the information is there for you. Just type my name, search for it, you'll find it. Right? There is a special episode called ovulation. So look for ovulation, listen to it, so that you will know when your ovulation is and how to navigate it. Right? If you're just joining, you're welcome. I see you. Right? So when you do the test, basically what is confirming, what you try to confirm, it confirms that ovulation occurred, right? And shows if the progesterone is adequate. Very important information. Mirage, the unusual, is here. But remember that that test will not it doesn't show you the full picture of everything. It doesn't really show you that. It's just a snapshot of what is going on per time, right? It's because the levels of the progesterone fluctuate throughout the day, right? So don't worry, your doctor will help you with that. Right? But before we take some questions, remember we talked about how that progesterone sustains early pregnancy. And this is one of the most sensitive roles of progesterone, maintaining early pregnancy. That is the most sensitive role. Because low levels of progesterone can lead to implantation failure. It does. And it also leads to very early miscarriage. Sometimes unnoticed. All those kind of pregnancy that is dead on arrival. Right? Should I tell you this one now? Supplementation, should I say no? Oh, mama. Child miscarriage twice. Don't worry. Get evaluated and keep trying. Is that okay? I'm thinking whether to talk about the supplementation or leave it for you to go and see your doctor. Of course, I'm not going to tell you the supplements, just to touch a thing or two. When truth they talk, nobody they hear am. But when lie wear suit and tie, everybody they clap. Waiting they have doctor sit down for clinic, they wait all day. Study for years, but them still no pay. You go check. Anyway, what you need to know. This Tulas is a politician. The moment she said please, she sent roses. You are a politician. And I hope you are not a corrupt one. Anyway, so what I wanted to say about that, is in some cases, doctors prescribe progesterone, right? When I say supplementation, many of you are already looking at, something you go and buy. Calm down. Your doctor will prescribe to you, right? So doctor will prescribe progesterone. Why? To support fertility treatment. During your fertility treatment, they will prescribe that. In cases of recurrent pregnancy loss, right? Your doctor can also prescribe progesterone support. And remember when I said LFD, that is luteal phase defect? Yeah. If that is a diagnosis, then progesterone will be prescribed for you too. So because this helps to stabilize the uterine environment, to keep the pregnancy, right? Because low progesterone means pregnancy may not be sustained, or implantation may not even happen at all, right? That's what it is. So just understand that weak ovulation equal to weak progesterone, right? And timing is everything. Progesterone must rise at the right time. Good evening, Quincy J. I see you. Progesterone must rise at the right time. Not too early, not too late. Otherwise, it will defeat the purpose. It will defeat the purpose, right? It defeats the purpose. And do you know that progesterone affects more than just the uterus? Lady G, progesterone is a hormone you already have inside of you, right? The hormone is something you just have. You already have it inside of you. It's only when you have any of these things I mentioned, your doctor can prescribe a support. The only thing you need to do is to live healthy, sleep well, manage your stress, eat right, have an excellent lifestyle, and you're good to go. So stop looking for. I hope you understand what I'm saying. Anyway, I was saying that progesterone affects more than just the uterus. It's not just the uterus that the progesterone affects. Progesterone also influences mood, right? It influences mood. It influences body temperature also, and sleep. It does. We will look at all this. I'm planning a day I'm going to talk about the effect of these hormones on behavioral patterns in women. So I'm going to talk about it in one of those days. So that's when I'm going to explain all these things I just said now. How progesterone affects your mood, body temperature, and sleep. So we'll look at that. That information, I want more guys to listen to it. That's why I've not talked about it. Because when men know it, they will know how to navigate relationship. Right? Right, anyway, long story short, guys. So, good day, Debbie Love. You're welcome. If you're just joining, you're welcome. Follow me, tap on your screen. Today, we are only taking questions from people who tap on their screen. So if you have not tapped on your screen, I may not take your question. Is that okay? But long story short, right? You remember that when we talk about ovulation creates the opportunity, right? But progesterone sustains that opportunity. So it's not enough to take advantage of this cycle's opportunity. It is the progesterone that will sustain that opportunity to give you the goal. Mariam, I see you. You're welcome. Right? So, and without that support, even the best timing of your cycle may not lead to pregnancy. But I want you to learn pregnancy every time you ovulate. When you just they born anyhow, right? Anyway, if you are trying to conceive, this information is important to you. Take advantage of it. And every other information we've given you. Right? What can you take for what? Why is everybody take? Why are you always thinking of something to take? Eh? People that are trying to conceive, why are you people like that? Always looking for what to take. Why? I send your request up. But if you are coming, you have not tapped up to 1K, I will not answer you.